Jackson Radio Show.
Everywhere. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you, everyone. Thanks, everyone. Jim, thank you. Jim, thank you.
Short, sweet, and to the point, the president says out. Welcome back, everybody. Kevin Jackson here. It's the Kevin Jackson Show. KJRadio.com, 844-551-8255 if you want to give us a call. So President Trump kicked out CNN reporter Jim Acosta. Now, Acosta represents fake news. I mean, this dude is the epitome of fake news. And he constantly pushes the limit when he's at the White House, particularly when he's being a part of the White House press pool with Sarah Sanders. Disingenuous, grandstanding hack who wants to think of himself as a journalist, but he's not. He's far from it. Childish antics beyond belief. I mean, just interrupting. When I watch Jim Acosta when he's supposedly doing his job, I think to myself, here's a guy that's got a book deal in mind. I don't look at it as, he sees it as, look, I'm going to do my job and I'm going to do it to the best of my ability to represent my company with professionalism and honor and so on and so forth. Now, I personally do my job and I say, I do this job with the idea that I want to honor God. I want God to look at what I say and what I do and go, you know what? Go forth there, my warrior, conservative warrior. You're doing good work. And it isn't with the idea of, oh, this is going to make what I say next could make me the next star. Kevin, you could be a star, even a superstar. Nothing never crosses my mind. When I go on TV to do an interview, I don't go, ooh, boy, this will be the one. This is the one that's going to get me trending on social media or whatever. I don't give a crap. I'm being honest with you. I don't care. One producer, he came on with me. I was sitting in the chair, and he says to me, "Okay, now Kev, here's what we want to do. We want to, give high energy, and we want you to do it." And I said, "Stop." I said, "Stop." I said, "I interview the way I interview. Don't try to coach me." "I'm not trying to coach you. I understand we hired you. You're a professional and all." I go, "Then that's it. Nice talking to you. Not trying to be rude, but don't tell me how to do my job." And that was it. I'm not going to tell you what producer, what show, whatever, but don't try to coach me. I'm going to be me. "Kevin, we want you to bring some energy. And this is the angle that I don't give a crap about your angle. I don't give a crap about your energy. If the subject matter is energizing, I'll give you energy. If the subject matter is, dismal, I'm going to give you dismal. I'm going to give you facts that go, whoa, I'm going to scare you. If I'm here if what you say is not what I like, I may put some fear in you. Or I may put some joy and some laughter. I don't know. But don't tell me what to do, what emotion you want me to evoke." But see, when I watch Acosta, I see a conniving rat, a guy who is looking for any way to feather his nest. And look, I'm not mad at people that see careers in that way. I'm not going to be mad at you. I just say, why can't you still be genuine? And because look, we'll play clips of these people. You're going to hear stuff today that you go, how do you defend that? He can't possibly believe that because it isn't believable. Disingenuous grandstanding. That's what I called it. In his latest attention-grabbing move, he threw a hissy fit, and he claimed that White House aides shouted in his face to drown out his questions. And this is when the president was having a meeting with the president of Kazakhstan, and this was on Tuesday, and he stopped taking questions from the press because he was wrapping up the meeting. And guess what? That has to happen. But Acosta decided he's going to, be part of the freak show and wants to ask another question, which I probably have been asking questions all the way through. I don't know it, but I'm just guessing that he did. Here's the thing. The president is with a president of another nation, and there's a certain amount of pomp and circumstance that comes with that. And as opposed to understanding that and letting this man do his job, because they always say he's golfing, but as opposed to letting him do his job, Acosta wants to, disrupt and look at what I did. And, again, working on that book. And President Trump says, out. So Acosta tweets, "As I attempted to ask questions in the Roosevelt room of Trump, White House, press H shouted in my face to drown out my questions. I've never encountered that before. Well, you know what I bet you press aides were tired of? They were tired of the interruptions. They were tired of watching Acosta grandstand and pretend that he's bigger than the moment. See, that's the thing. And I look at that as let's be honest, folks. There are people on our side of the aisle that do the same thing. And I was talking about this to somebody recently. I said, I don't mind. I love working with conservatives. I love the cooperative nature when we put our energies together. I love it. But you know what I don't like? I don't like those people that are self-indulgent, that you go, I know this person is in it for himself. He believes, or she believes, that they are bigger than the movement. There is nothing, repeat, nothing bigger than what we're trying to accomplish here. And I'm not talking about beating up on the left. We beat up on the left only because they stand in the way of achievement, of doing something good. I don't care about left and right. There are many people on the right. Here's what I'll tell you about us. We jump on Lindsey Graham. We jump on McCain. We jump on these leftists like Flake, these right-leaning, supposed right people who are nothing but leftists. We jump on them the same way that we jump on anybody else. And I'll tell you something. If there were Democrats on the other side of the aisle fighting their people, saying, you know what, this is silly, I bring them over and go, look, I don't care they got a D after their name. I think it's idiotic, but because, you shouldn't be a Democrat. But if you're going to put a D on your name for whatever reason, maybe because it's the only way you get elected, but you behave in a way that is pro-America, it is moving our cause forward, I'm not going to be mad at you. We demonstrate this all the time. The left will not do that. They don't jump on their own. The only time they jump on their own is when it's got political expediency. For example, Al Franken. We need to do something because our movement with respect to this women's thing and us promoting Kirsten Gillibrand, which, by the way, where's that at? Well, in other words, we're going to sacrifice Franken for the good of the women's movement because we're positioning to run Kirsten Gillibrand against Donald Trump in 2020. Congratulations. But they wanted him to stay. Oh, remember how everybody suddenly backtracked? They went after Al Franken. Oh, he's going to need to resign. Then suddenly, well, maybe he, I don't know. I think Al, well, good for you. It happened anyway. So, but that's the only time and it's not sanctimonious. If we want our equivalent of an Al Franken to resign, it isn't because it's political expediency. It's because it's the right thing to do. So Acosta and all these guys are being disruptive, not because there was a reason to be disruptive. Why would you disrupt the president of the United States when he's talking to the president of Kazakhstan? What reason would you have? They're talking about issues related to his region and how the United States and they will partner in the future, whatever else. And here's Acosta going, hey, me. Hey, call on me. Or antagonizing the president in some kind of way. And here's what I would ask of the media that always seems to want to ask Donald Trump the tough questions. This is a guy who makes himself available to the media constantly. Now, he'll tell them, don't be fake news. Report what you see. How about you report real stuff? Let me tell you, when the next GDP numbers come out, I'm curious to see how the media covers it, because we all know what's going to happen. The GDP numbers are going to be over 3 quarters in a row, something Barack Obama couldn't achieve. He couldn't get 1 in a row. If you were to let Barack Obama come back into office right now, he would drop the GDP. It would drop immediately. And he would still never get to 3 except maybe the follow-on quarter of Trump's work. That would be the end. We go right down the toilet. The media knows it, and they don't want to give Donald Trump any credit. But Acosta wants to be a fly in the ointment at every single meeting that he has. Do you think his goal, when he goes to meet with Sarah Sanders or whatever, is to really get to the bottom of what's going on behalf of the American people? Or is he pandering to an audience that he thinks will look at him and go, you were so amazing, Jim. You were so brave. Which is, by the way, what one guy tweeted about him. How brave of you. Then he got mocked. People started mocking him. They were like, a couple of conservatives were like, Jim, you were so brave. It was as if you landed on the beaches of Normandy on D-Day, and you took that fire from the Germans who were sitting up in the hawk's nest, you know, and he deserved that mocking. Look at how many times these guys have gotten it wrong. You know, for Acosta to go and challenge the president on anything when they've gotten it wrong, report after report, correction after correction, debunked story after debunked story. Oh, Donald Trump hacked, you know, he was part of the hacking from WikiLeaks and they got it in advance. Oh, oops, sorry, no, that's not what it read. You know, all the different things that these people are, it's quite frankly sad. It really is.
Kevin Jackson
on the Black Sphere Radio Network.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS or state? The secret to avoiding the IRS nightmare is to seek professional representation. My friends at Security Tax Associates provide the most cost-effective and ethical representation in the industry while helping to avoid seizures, levies, and wage garnishments. Security Tax Associates is here to ensure that the appropriate steps are taken to permanently eliminate any possibility of future tax burdens once and for all. For a free, no-obligation consultation, contact Security Tax Associates, 844-779-4177. That's 844-779-4177. 844-779-4177, or visit them at securitytaxassociates.com.